How many, you can come closer, I'm not gonna bite anybody. How many of you have been kind of struggling with this whole target focus thing? It's good, we have some honest people and one liar ginger. Okay, no hands coming up, good. Okay, normally we get our sights where we want them and then we pull the trigger, right? This is how you should use firearms for a variety of reasons that are very good, right? Yes. However, for this exercise, we're going to change that relationship a little bit. And it's so this is so you can experience things a little bit differently. All right, so you're going to be forced to shoot a particular rhythm, a particular cadence. Is this a good idea when you're shooting for score or shooting for real?
No.
Why not?
Because you're putting artificial time.
Yeah, like, it's like, no, you see your sights where you want, and then you decide to pull the trigger. Like I said, this is the way it's done for a lot of really good reasons. But for training, we're going to change that a little bit. So we'll establish a rhythm or a cadence, and what I want you to do, everybody will do this pattern that I'm going to do. It's like, we'll establish a cadence, which will be, hey, look at the spot you want, draw, connect to the gun. We're not measuring the draw time on this. Not measuring that, don't care. Get on the grip that's right, look at a spot on the target, and then we're going to hammer it with 6 rounds. Now, just like 6 rounds controlled at the same tempo into the same spot. It's very tempting when you're doing this to start speeding up the trigger pull. Some of you guys have the lighter competition triggers where you can basically start bump firing the gun once you get rolling. You know what I'm talking about? I'm asking you not to do that. Okay? So, let me show you what I want. Okay, so looked at a small spot, drew the gun, got the grip I judged acceptable. Whoop, 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 right where I'm looking. Okay, that's what I want you to do. We'll start with that. It doesn't have to be that fast or that pretty. That's what I want you to do to start with. Now, I'm going to do precisely the same thing, except every 2 rounds, I'm going to flip my vision from one target to the next to the next. Make sense? This is going to force you, this is going to be very uncomfortable. This is a good way of putting it. Okay. Right? So that's what I want it to look like. If you shoot it like that, what do you think I'm going to tell you? Go faster. Okay. Now I'll make a couple examples that are they're plausible. They're going to be what we see. Okay. That's good, right? Okay. I don't know who this will be. I couldn't pick you all out. But about half of you are going to do that shit. Just because of the thing I previously discussed where it's like, yes, for a lot of good reasons, it's perceive sights, then pull the trigger, and that's what you're going to want to do. And I'll ask you not to do that. Just keep, your finger keeps moving. Probably your conscious brain is going to have to be on what? Yeah, just keeping the tempo. Like your brain goes right here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Counting out loud helps. You just got to get yourself on the tempo first. Okay. Next example. I kept the tempo, so that's tempo sounds good, right? Okay, what did I do? What did I do wrong?
You just drag the gun across.
Yeah, so dragging the gun across, usually draw, connect to the sight, and then I just kind of swish the sight around on the brown canvas back there. Obviously, results very inconsistent, not what we should be doing. Try it again. This is a fairly realistic example. Now, you notice as I went, I got more and more tense, and then by the end, I just threw the gun over here. So it's like shooting, like throw the gun at the last target. That's going to be what a lot of people do, where they just, as they're going, they're just uncomfortable with this, and they tense up their shoulders. And what happens when you tense up your shoulders and throw the gun?
Bad thing.
Yeah, it doesn't go where you want. Not consistently. It'll go where you want just often enough to trick you. All right? Instead, I want to disconnect from the sight. Do I have enough ammo? Oh, there we go. There's some ammo. All right, I'll make another good example for you, I think. I shouldn't have said that before I shot. Poor strategy, right? In case it goes bad. right? So that's more what we want. Now, what I want you to take away from this drill, this is the important part. If you get this to go well, it'll feel kind of like magic, where the gun's just going to where you look. And you don't have tension in your upper body. It'll be like the stuff we did yesterday with those one-shot awareness exercises, where you experienced it the right way. And you're like, whoa, I really didn't feel like I was doing that much, and I got the thing I wanted to have happen, that happened. That'll be one thing. Like, hopefully you get your shoulders relaxed, you're looking where you want, and the gun goes there. The second thing, now we shoot to our vision, right? All right, now a lot of times when you're training, you're shooting, we want our shooting to catch up with our vision, right? But on this, after you shoot a few rotations on this, you're gonna find kind of your vision catching up with your shooting, if that makes sense. Like, you'll be shooting and not sure what the hell's happening, and then you'll be like, you looked at this, at the brown spot, and you saw the outline of the gun and a red color up on top of the outline, and you're like, you're not sure right where the bullets went, but you think it was where you want. And then you look back and you're like, whoa, they went right where I wanted. And then you work with it a little bit, and you're just gonna have much more awareness about what it looks like when you're shooting this aggressively and what it should feel like. That's it, just so you can take that away. This obviously is not an engagement strategy that we would use, but for learning, this is gonna help you understand the stuff that I'm talking about. Make sense to everybody? Okay, so just as before in the morning, you're gonna be working in rotation. Shoot over here a little bit, you know, do a rotation, go over there, shoot a little bit, talk some shit to Joel, come back over here, bring me some cookies or whatever, be nice, shoot, go back over there, bring the hate with you to Joel. All right, let's go, let's do it.